On one of those mixtapes, there's an interview that someone does with him, and he is fucked out of his mind, and it's hilarious.
Probably high on cocaine.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude, it's hilarious. Basically, all he does is answer questions by answering in song titles of his.
Yeah. No way.
And it's great, dude. It's so good.
What are you doing?
He's like,
trying to get the autofocus.
He goes, "We're gonna have Ted Turner on the next cover." We go, "Ted, where you at?" Like as if he's in the building.
Where you at, Ted? Oh, baby, yeah.
And dude, the glasses he's wearing.
I feel good.
Oh, he says that a few times.
He's like.
Yeah, he does. He's got this. He's like looking off. So he's like, oh yeah, I get mine with the ladies.
Mr. Brown, how do you feel about your relationship with your children since you spend a lot of time touring on the road? I feel bad.
I feel bad.
That would be it.
Yeah. Then, that's all he has to say.
For real, that's how how he carried himself on in the interview.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Just song titles and cocaine behavior.
Yeah, like I mean, there's a couple things he kind of just yells out. Like it's just. It's a very, very unproductive interview.
Well, I would say then that the director, the interviewee had both failed.
Yeah.
James Brown failed because, he was on another stratosphere with cocaine or whatever he did allegedly.
That's not a failure. I mean, if you're getting internet traffic,
it's free internet traffic
for your
all the press is getting is post-mortem.
For your interview that was probably 15, 20 years ago.
So people
that's a success for you.
Yeah, because he was on cocaine in an interview that I saw on YouTube. I'm going to go buy a record now. That happens.
A record from the news people?
No, he's talking about
channel?
James Brown record.
Yeah, because you're talking about it being a publicity, and I'm like...
No, I wasn't talking... I was talking about from the interviewer's perspective. This is on our channel. We will interview all kinds of high people. Stay tuned.
I would watch it.
Exactly.
Depending on who it is, of course.
They continue that trend with Charlie Sheen. He's kind of he's the guy that
people just
pushed that
meme
to the bloody edge.
I don't know. I mean, have you ever seen any of what is the guy's name from he's Marty McFly's dad?
Oh, Crispin Glover.
Crispin Glover.
He's always fucked up.
He's got
some of those lost and found video nights has some good clips of him. And
him on David Letterman.
Yeah,
dude,
God,
he's just completely gone.
He was on.
He's higher than everybody I know.
Yeah, and Dave is fucking grilling him.
Yeah, he was on acid, I think, is what it was. He wasn't just stoned. He was on acid or mushrooms. Because he asked him a question and he just goes, he's like, I don't know, man. He gets scared.
Dude, I know a lot of people that do all that.
He does that and I think Dave just does something, just moves his arm, does something like that. So good.
Well, we're talking about intoxicated people on the radio.
Yeah.
And, we've been drinking, so it's sort of like that. I'm Evan. This is Travis.
What's up?
And that's DeHart. You were watching again, Unitedcypher Presents. I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm eating my mom's banana bread. It's really good.
I tasted it. It is.
It's moist and delicious. You can just hear it. Listen.
It's so good.
It's so good, Lois.
God damn it.
So, yeah. What the hell are we talking about today, guys?
I have no idea.
DeHart brought this to my attention, and I think it's pretty crazy. I had no idea there could be sectarian violence amongst different kinds of Amish people, but apparently this is the case. Fill me in.
Apparently there's two groups of Amish in the same area that they have this little war going on.
Are we talking Pennsylvania or where?
Okay, is this Amish?
Why don't you look?
Is this Amish and Mennonites or Amish and Amish? There is a difference.
As far as I'm concerned, there isn't.
Okay. All right. Well, just
Samuel Mullet Sr., the domineering leader of the renegade Amish sect, and 15 of his followers were convicted on Thursday in Cleveland, in Ohio. I've been out that way before. I've actually been in near Amish country in Ohio.
Oh no! I heard about this months ago.
They were arrested in regards of a federal conspiracy and hate crimes. that were related to a series of bizarre beard and hair cutting attacks.
Exactly.
You know, the Amish.
It's like they're still Amish, even though they're a gang.
The roving gang of
like,
So they just
ravenous Amish out to shave your beard tonight, Jedediah.
It's like they're not going to do anything that's like, you know, strictly. It's like no Amish can do this.
I wonder if,
but
some Amish.
but we can do things.
other
We can do
Amish.
things that Amish people won't like, and that aren't necessarily that illegal.
Yeah, that's what's so funny because it's like anyone else. Like,
We
in the
spoiled your
world,
cow's milk this night.
Anybody else in the world is just like, who cares if they cut their beard off? Who fucking cares?
Right, but to them it's
it's religion.
We're gonna go in there and we're gonna sew buttons on all their clothes.
No more hooks for these assholes.
I wonder if there are going to be Amish riots to kind of
I don't know.
Amish rioting
I mean,
in the streets, like throwing milk and balls of yarn or some shit at people. I don't know what they do. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude to their religion or whatever.
Well, it's
but
not like they're gonna see.
I don't really give a fuck. I mean, I think they got it right because they live
hold
off
on,
the land and
hold
that's
on.
cool. But
Dude, they're gonna have drive-bys on their little horse-drawn carriages,
Slingshots.
and they'll have blunderbusses.
they'll be called buggy buys, not drive-bys, but buggy buys.
That sounds like something that should hang and play music in front of a baby.
That
Like,
that seriously sounds like the least threatening thing you could possibly do to somebody.
horse and cart buys. There we go.
Well, yeah, what happened, Jedediah or whoever? Oh,
Dude,
buggy by.
if they had slingshots, though, they could do some
No,
serious
that's what I'm
damage.
saying.
What?
You can kill somebody with
I'm saying
slingshot.
They use blunderbusses.
And just put
And
whatever the
they-
fuck
yeah.
they can fit in
Yeah,
there.
those are dangerous.
Yeah, those are dangerous.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't really predict there's going to be any terror cells opening up in America with that are of Amish descent. I don't think that's really going to happen, but you never know.
Wait,
The beard
hey,
cutting could begin
hold on.
tomorrow.
As far as we know,
The unbeardening.
Well, I know
these
that.
radicalized Amish are going to be driving horse-drawn carriages into buildings, and the horses are going to be very angry.
Oh yeah, when those things kick and poop,
Like,
you know, it. Especially when they kick.
That's what's going to be the reaction. They're going to be like, death to America. And they're going to drive their horse-drawn carriages into the wall, and the horses are going to stop because they hit the wall first, and then they're going to be mad.
Yeah.
And they're going to have mad horses everywhere. It's going to be chaos. This is my prediction.
That's why we need to elect Vermin Supreme.
Yeah.
So we'll get the pony party in place, and everybody will have a pony. It's going to be a federal pony identification system. Will we all be saved?
I like it.
Yeah,
Some of those
that-
Amish ponies come strutting out our buildings. Our ponies will be there to scare them away.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
we try
mean-
to hump them or something like that. Brave horses, fighting for America.
If you outlaw ponies, only outlaws will have ponies.
This is true.
Right. I mean, it's true.
Really, we're making our own political statement here. It's obvious. Anyway, you know what? I mean, I know how our country is with everyone being sectioned off into different categories.
I love that his name is Mr. Mullet.
Yeah, I brought that up initially. Yeah.
Samuel Mullet.
Welcome
Sr.
to 20 Seconds.
Well,
guys.
there's also Samuel Mullet Jr. Apparently, if he's seen.
Well, it doesn't matter. There's mullets everywhere.
Yeah, apparently. Well,
Samuel.
not after the bizarre beard cutting and hair cutting
Maybe
attacks.
this branch of mullet family is why we have so many mullets in Austin, Indiana. Maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Southern Indiana. Thank you for being yourself. Okay.
Don't go changing.
We got other stuff. Stick to the Ohio rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Yeah. Wow. I was definitely not referencing.
Yeah, I just made a Waterfalls reference, a TLC reference. I should be shot for that later. I deserve it. How humans lost our chance at having a third eye. You're into like mystic stuff and crypto animals and all that stuff. You don't go searching them out. You don't believe in them, but you're at least intrigued by it. And I would tie this into that.
It's interesting. I mean, like
What are you going to see with your third eye?
Is
Like
this
color
a
or
legit third eyeball?
lightning?
Or the whole,
Yeah.
third eye of Cronenberg with
apparently
the scanners,
there's some kind
It
of
sounded like a
gene or
metaphor for
something
third
that
eye.
there's a genetic path we could have gone down, but it's like we opted for hair instead.
That's
It
a
was
good
either
choice.
this or hair.
I like this hair
And-
idea.
and it's
I think
like
we make the right thing.
And I could imagine like three-eyed people evolving alongside regular people, and I can understand why they're not here now. Because the three-eye guy who is bald is never going to get laid.
No. A triclops.
He would have to have like a wig that has a really super long widow's peak that covers up his third eye. He would have to basically have hair down to here. Or dress up like Mega Man every day.
And then whenever
If he dressed up like Mega Man, he'd be fine.
I mean, if they evolved,
because of
if they evolved in a time that was a post-wig Earth,
post-wig economy.
then they could then they could cover up the fact that they have three eyes with or at least the hats. In a world where hats exist, hats or wigs, they can cover up the third eye, and they might be able to score.
I like how this thing, the way they put it, it's like we blew it.
Yeah.
But we blew it in favor of questioning more helpful things like hair. Like, how is that blowing it? We can't really... It's like, maybe it would suck to have a third eye. Imagine to put a contact on up here. You have to lean over and then look out your other... I mean, that would suck. I mean, this is one bad... I mean, with the eye being in the front of your head, that's kind of useless.
I imagine sunglasses.
I can see pyramids really well. Ugh. No, I mean, who cares 3 eyes? It would be useful if it was in the back of your fucking head. Like right back here.
But it wasn't.
That's way more useful than an asshole.
It's like you'd have
right
to think of it.
Yeah.
You'd have to think about it to open that back eye.
Yeah.
And because you wouldn't want it.
You have to close your eyes and then you can see behind yourself. And
Yeah,
when you open
exactly.
them, you got it. It'll make it easy to go to sleep, though. Unless you wore a hat.
Make it very difficult.
How do you go? I'm not covering my third eye right now.
Rapings would decrease.
What? Oh, they can see the
yeah.
Well, they wouldn't decrease. You just have a lot
at
higher...
least you'd have a better chance of getting away.
At least you'd be able to see him coming.
Indeed.
That was rough.
Wow, that's a bad joke.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to you to erase the rape joke from Unitedcypher present.
I'm not doing that.
All right, we'll find
No, I'm not taking it out.
All right. Well, that's good. That's what she hoped.
All right, okay, I'm done with the rape.
I made the joke because he already took it to rape. And
Thanks, Trav.
I steered it back
what I
to
do.
comedy.
Okay. Rape's not funny
And then you
at
kept
all.
it going.
Yeah, but I mean,
We're all
rape is
guilty, is
terrible.
what
we're
I'm
all,
saying.
we're all guilty here. We'll be right back after
Not
these.
guilty of rape. So-
Damn it. Shut up with the rape. We'll be right back after the stuff that's not rape jokes.
Carl Weathers responded, I asked him, I said, why did you do this movie? And he said something about,
He really liked horses.
so-
a lot.
yeah, I don't know whether they paid him in horses.
Hey, does anybody remember that real estate agent's name? Isaiah Bradford, Terry Botswana, Donnie Ducky, Pickles McClanahan, Bradley G. Patrick, Magdalia, Donnie Ducky, Jerry Dool, Donnie Ducky, Jimmy Rumpelstiltskin, Donnie Ducky, Isaiah Bradford, Terry Botswana, Jerry Dool, Donnie Ducky, Jimmy Rumpelstiltskin, Donnie, Jimmy Rumpelstiltskin, Donnie, Jimmy Rumpelstiltskin, Donnie, Jimmy Rumpelstiltskin, Donnie, Alfred, Donnie, Vincent Schiff, Alfred, Donnie, Vincent Schiff, Bradley G. Thanks.
What is the situation, Travis?
I have no idea what the situation is. I told you I couldn't
What's
come
the
over.
segment, bastard?
Oh, the situation.
Tell the audience.
This is a break that we take here every now and then.
It's not a break.
This is actually one of the better segments of the show. No,
It's the only segment.
Okay, what it is, it's a hypothetical situation given by one of us, and we poll the rest of the group and what we would do in that situation. That's it.
It's a hypothetical question that we answer.
Yeah, that's it.
Excellent work.
Oh, wonky eye. Stop it with that.
He doesn't like my mad eyes when I throw them on. It
When I
scares him
throw
a bit.
them on.
Okay. Imagine yourself a businessman or woman or android or other sentient life form that also works in a kind of a boring paperwork type environment. Imagine one day you're busy at work and you go off to the bathroom and you see hair growing out of your face. This week on The Situation, what would you do if you were a lycanthropic figure? But I mean, what if you found out one day that you're a werewolf? And you become a werewolf. Just like, I'm changing! And then the moon changes you, and then you're like,
hair.
oh!
Are you still working in an office?
No, yeah, you're just an office worker. You just have a shitty job.
Oh, the
I think
hair,
I
the hair.
think the addition to the shitty job kind of would lend to more insane thoughts.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, because, dude, you think crazy shit when you work at an office. I used to do that all the time. I worked at an office building, and it drove me nuts. But I came up with some really good metal back then. So, what would you do, DeHart, if you found out you were a werewolf?
All right. Well, let me just clarify. Am I a werewolf all the time?
No, every once in a blue moon.
Is it just on, is it just on full moons and
yes,
things like that?
Yes. Every other time you're a normal, not wolf guy.
I guess it wouldn't change the job at all, then, would it?
No, you can still make money.
Unless you're like, Teen Wolf all the time.
You're not Teen Wolf. You're a
obviously,
werewolf.
I'm too old.
You're just like a big goddamn fox, or not fox, or a bear, a wolf with claws and hands like things.
Then yeah, you just by day, mild-mannered office worker. By night,
Woofman.
Woofman.
crazed.
They call him Woofman.
Crazed Woofman.
I like a song. Call him Woofman.
I don't know if that was more like B-52's thing.
He's a Woofman.
He's a Woofman.
You gotta go out, you gotta roam the countryside, you gotta, hit the usual spots.
Well, like what? Are you gonna like talk about murdering people for food?
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
If they're...
You wouldn't be like a civil werewolf?
If you're gonna be out at night alone,
civil.
on full moons, in
you gotta rape
places,
and pillage. You gotta just kill and eat.
You gotta... Well, you don't have to rape them. I mean, because you're a dog then. It's kind of like a reverse bestiality.
Well, it's a hump, yeah. You're going for the dog.
Yeah, I'm not into reverse bestiality or regular kind.
Okay.
So I would just eat them. Eat people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you going to feel the next day when you wake up and you're a person again and realize you've eaten people?
I'm assuming I'm going to feel pretty full.
Okay. But aside from that, won't you feel bad having eaten potential comrades?
That's the circle of life. And werewolves.
Well, if you're like an unholy werewolf, some fucking figure's going to chase you down and start shooting at you.
Awesome.
Well, then why don't you get into
gives me
don't eat people.
To do.
Just use your wolf strength to rob banks or some cool shit. That's what I would do.
That's assuming that you can do this when you want to.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know when it's going to happen.
Okay, I'm talking about if you could Teen Wolf.
You know, use a
and
calendar,
just do whatever you wanted.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Then you could rob
You're
banks and do all kinds of awesome shit.
A sentient werewolf.
Yeah.
We're still going to be sentient. It sounds like you're controlling the people you're going to eat. I'm sure you're not going to eat hobos. And there's a nice young lady with a skirt. Chomp, chomp. Here comes dinner.
Why wouldn't you eat hobos? I mean, assuming they don't have... I'm pretty sure you'd be able to smell if they had worms.
I can smell the disease on him.
Yeah, exactly. If they smell with chemicals, they got meth inside of them. And it's like, I don't want that. I don't want to wake up from being a werewolf and be addicted to meth.
So by day, you're going to be the mild-mannered office worker, and by full moon of night, you will be the stalking, killing, eating monster of whatever city you inhabit.
I want to stick to the formula because
you want to be a Hollywood cliche.
We know that it works.
Yeah, until someone pops you with some silver bullets.
Hey, that's the price of being awesome.
All right, Travis, I want to know how you would react to this.
I would definitely Teen Wolf it a little bit. I would definitely hop on the first van I saw and surfed it. I would surf that.
Teen Wolf
it?
Yeah. I'd surfed it.
You'd be the wolf of team, surfing it all over town.
But then, I mean, I would probably try. I would probably try a little human.
Try a bit, just a meat, just a bit,
just to see what it's like,
tastes like pork.
Yeah.
They weren't kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. I would definitely braid all my hair.
All of it?
Yes, all of it. To be one huge
even
braid.
the hair that disappears back into your face, because it seems like the knots are gonna get. They're gonna get.
Just, and then it'll just rain beads because it's.
So you're gonna be a Rastafarian werewolf. You're gonna smoke a bunch of fucking werewolf weed. Werewolf weed.
Rasta woof, easy. But
yeah, you join a reggae band and call yourself Wolf Lion. Anyway, sorry.
I would do that, and I might play bass for a band actually if I was a wolf.
Just because wolves, how they used to show wolves as being like cool guys or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely wear sunglasses the whole time.
Oh god, it's a Warner Brothers short already. Please continue.
And, Honestly, I don't know. I'd probably find a really long slide to slide down because I'm covered in hair, so it just slide really fast.
So you want to use your hair like lubrication to go down a water slide? Is that what you're telling me?
Water slide or regular slide, whatever.
You don't do a regular slide because water
Yeah, I know
slide
the-
you're gonna smell like
the
wet
wet.
dog.
And then you have the doggy paddle your way out.
And
And
then you
your
got-
whole,
you got
you're
the
gonna,
braids,
Your
so you
whole
gotta
house
shake it
is
and
gonna smell like wet dog because when you come back, you're gonna still be a wolf. And then
Yeah.
That's a lot of doggy braid hair shampoo you're gonna have to use on those doggy braids.
And I'd
So-
skateboard. I would skateboard too.
So we have-
Skateboarding, werewolf,
we have
man.
classic werewolf, postmodern werewolf. How will you go?
I want to be a werewolf in. Hold on, I want to change my voice to this. I want to be a werewolf in the 31st century. No, I mean that'd be cool. Like cybernetic werewolf.
Oh man,
why you
I
gotta go
was
with
thinking
why you gotta
about
go
that
with
because you
cyber-
Well,
said
dude,
androids
well,
earlier.
yeah, you get yourself
And
like
it's
with
wait a
implants and
second.
stuff. So you're like, you can actually learn to control your werewolf powers.
This is no regular woof.
It'd be like going super.
cyber woof.
Yeah, like Cyberwolf, and I could hack into corporations and like bring down them and jump
Bring
off
down
trees,
them.
and jump off trees, ninja style and shit, and hang upside down with my claws like
You don't have
squirrels
to
do.
be a Cyberwolf
I'll be
to be able to
Cyber
do
Ultra
that.
Wolf. I don't want to be Cyber Squirrel. I want to be Cyber Wolf. And I have like a laser eye. I could like zap people like meow. I'm like Cyberwolf. Ow!
Instead of saber woof.
Instead of Saberwolf, Cyberwolf.
It's like
And way cooler looking
With
than
the hint of
Saberwolf.
Kano, apparently.
We're really a lot taller. I get on the limb stretched or something, so I could like run real fast, even more faster than a wolf.
It
would.
act-
That's really fast.
Even more, way more
This
faster.
actually
Way
kind of
more
reminds
faster.
me of remember that idea I pitched to you about is a cop that it becomes a werewolf his first day on the job, and he's in the canine department, and his partner's a dog, and they communicate telepathically,
That's
and
brilliant.
they solve crimes.
That's great.
What was it called, dude?
I don't remember. I think it was just something stupid like Canine Cop or something like that.
But the werewolf
or
would still,
Canine Unit.
the werewolf would still talk, but the dog would just bark. So you'd be like, "What do you think?" It's just like, "Woof, woof," and it'd
yeah.
be like, "Oh, okay, we'll get on."
It'd
the
be
case
funny.
then."
It'd be funnier. I'm telling you. And this has been adopted in TV and on video games even. Just give the fucking dog an internal voice and make it a British accent. Gold mine.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna love
And
it.
feed the dog-
It's a snooty British dog. He's got all kinds of quips about stupid American stuff.
And shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a dumbass
And
bastard. You know, dumb shit.
Every time the camera's off him, you just shove some peanut butter in his mouth. That way he'll
He's like, you're a fucking moron, buddy.
Yeah, Bobo.
I do believe you smell of shit, sir. And I'm a dog.
Master.
Well, he can smell.
Now you're
more,
thinking of K9 from Doctor Who. We love Doctor Who here. I mean, this guy doesn't know anything about it.
unfortunately.
I've seen like a lot of it, and DeHart's seen some of it.
I've seen a moderate amount.
Yeah, you've seen some of the old stuff and some of the new stuff. Enough to know that the comic relief video of
Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson being one of the doctors was pretty
Yeah.
good. It just nailed it. It was perfect lampooning of the old and the new storylines too. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you didn't really have to understand the show for
No.
most of it.
But if you've seen the show, it's that much.
You're right there.
Sorry, I died for a few seconds there. If you've seen the show before, it's that much funnier. I wasn't really dead, not quite, but nearly there.
Well,
All right.
I think there's like a 10-second rule.
Yeah. If I crash out for that long, just consider my check.
If you're dead for
deposit
less
it.
than 10 seconds, we're not allowed to eat you? Is that
No,
the
you
rule?
can't eat me ever. No, this is all
If I'm a
spoiled.
wolf, I might try ya.
I don't know.
I'll be Cyberwolf, and my body will have an explosion mechanism. And as soon as you get near me, explode.
What are you, the predator?
Yes,
Apparently.
I'm Predator Wolf.
Predator wolf.
Auga.
Yeah, because you're a cyber predator wolf. You're gonna have an aruga wolf howl.
I like the Uga
An
horns.
arugula wolf howl.
I would just modulate the sound of my howl
Yeah,
through
because-
an Uga horn. An Uga horn. Straight out of a Model T. It'd be bad as fuck. All right, Unitedcypher presents signing out. Peace. I'm drinking.